We are on.
Welcome back, everyone. Magical good evening to everyone. I salute you with the third eye right here. I always like to say that instead of being right here, we are right here, all of us. Welcome to Psychic Sundays, honey.
Thank you, and welcome to Psychic
High
Sundays
five.
for you too.
I want to give you a high five because we are almost at 72,000 subscribers.
Can you
Thank
believe
you,
that?
guys. Thank you, everybody. It shows you the energy and the power of positive content, programming.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Well, this is you guys coming into our living room. Psychic Sundays has been going on way before YouTube existed. It was Psychic Sundays in our house.
It was Psychic Tuesdays.
With the kids. It was Psychic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Literally.
Yeah, it was, because every night this is what we would do. We would have friends and the kids and anyone that was hanging around, and we would just sit like this, have our, little drinks that we drink, which are, well, you know what I'm drinking tonight?
What are you drinking?
This is electrolyte powder with NAC in it.
Wait.
Do you guys know what NAC is? It is. If you don't know what it is, it's one of the best things you can do for your health. So look it up.
Erica was going to put a special concoction together for me. What was the drink that you were going to give me?
It was Three Spirit.
Three Spirit?
Three Spirit.
Hook a
Three
sister up.
Spirit.
What? What's up?
Nootropic, non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic herbal botanical spritzer.
You want to add more words to that? Organic. Sustainable.
Sustainable. And it actually gives a feeling of effervescence without an alcoholic buzz. And I tried it, and it actually really worked.
That's how I described my family, describe you to my family when they first asked me about you. I said, she's like non-alcoholic effervescence.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
hi, everyone. Welcome to Psychic Sundays. I am Riz the Wiz to my friends, and I'm here with the beautiful, lovely, talented, magical, mystical Lady O.
So you know what my daughter Alex said right before I started the podcast?
What?
She says, you look like Cinderella.
You do. But
I wasn't trying to look like Cinderella. But
you weren't trying to?
No. But I think I'm wearing Cinderella's clothes. Am I?
You're
Is
wearing
this the color coordination?
That's the colors.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not plan on that, y'all.
Well,
that
I'm
is
always
a full accident.
Well, I guess I'm the genie.
Oh yeah, so you're
with
the
my
genie
ponytail.
So are you the genie from Aladdin?
Or what else? Not I Dream of Genie. That'd have been funny. That's going to be the take in the future. There'll be a dark-skinned man who is the genie to this.
Well, I have a surprise for you because I always have surprises.
I love surprises, I think.
And by the way, I'm noticing we're a little blurry and I don't know why. See if it's showing up on your end, Erica. It's kind of like I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi, but there's like a little, it's very
Maybe it's
slight.
your aura.
It's just...
My aura is so bright.
It's the effervescent glow.
It's
the effervescent glow.
So I just wanted to surprise you with something.
It's a new filter on Instagram. It's called Effervescent Glow.
That's my new perfume.
Is it really?
Okay, so this is my surprise.
That's a sachet.
And it has lavender. So I'd like you to take a deep breath 2 or 3 times. I remember one time.
I want to put this in the wait, did you once used to put this in my pillow?
Yeah, I put it under the pillows. So there was a time where I asked Red Eagle, I was full of anxiety, and I asked Red Eagle, that Riz Channel's spirit guide for those of you who don't know who we are, and I asked Red Eagle, what can I do? And he gave me an answer I did not expect. He says, you especially need essential oils.
Aromatherapy, right?
Yes,
I remember
you
that.
need that around you all the time. You need to have diffusers, you need to have sachets, you need to have oils to put on your skin. And I laughed it off, and I actually did not do it because I thought, come on.
Yeah, why take an ancient shaman's advice from the other side?
And so
why
then,
do that?
So then I said, well, you know what? Let me try it. One day I was like fully desperate. And I tried it, and it was amazing. And now I'm fully hooked.
Well, you know what's interesting, right? And I was speaking about this one time to my mentor, the late, great Alex Murray. If you guys don't know who Alexander Murray was, he's on the other side now. He was my mentor. And there's a 5-part interview with him on YouTube, which I did 6 months before he actually crossed over. And he and I were talking about how sometimes people, when they come to us, when they get readings, when some of the messages are simple answers, they're simple to say, perhaps. They're simple in terms of the way the person understands it, but do they do it? And oftentimes we would say, well, the answer is simple. The complicated part is, are you ever going to do this? So look, an amazing teacher like Oriah gets a message from Red Eagle.
Yes.
Saying, use aromatherapy for this particular thing that you're wanting to solve. And maybe a part of you thought, that's too simple.
It is. That's what I thought. I was like, I need a chisel, a jackhammer. I need surgical tools. I need all this heavy duty equipment. And he said essential oils. And I was like, come on. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
And that actually was the key to calm me down. It was really, I couldn't believe how much it works on the brain. Like the brain receives the information and immediately changes.
So again, here's another coincidence. So you brought lavender and I'm wearing a lavender shirt.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
My kids used to say snap. But that's over, right?
Your kids? I think we used to say that. I don't think our kids know what snap means.
Just ignore.
How are you, everyone? First timers.
Yes.
Let us know where you're watching us from.
Absolutely.
This
and
is
welcome.
live. Yeah, we're live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. It is somewhere around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but wherever you are, it is now, because we're here with you. Even if you're watching this 3 days after we recorded it, it's still now.
Right.
So the potency of that energy of the now is always with us. We're always in this moment.
Right.
Don't you see? It's all really kind of a dream, kind of an illusion. Even after you cross over as a medium, I will tell you, so many times I've connected to souls who've crossed over, and they continuously tell me that there really isn't a sense of time as we know it. That for them, when we finally cross over and see our grandparents or our parents or loved ones, it's like that much of time for them. But for us, it's those 50, 60, 70, 80 years.
Well, let's give everybody a little heads up on exactly how this works.
Yes, if it's your first time.
New. So I am Lady O, and I'm an intuitive empath, and I will be answering questions that are related to more empathic situations.
Yes, this is how we split it up.
We split it up.
Tag team.
We do a tag team.
So as an intuitive empath, you are going to go into emotional decisions.
Yes.
Helping people to understand how to navigate their empathic abilities.
Yes. I'm excellent with roadblocks.
Yes, you are. And
I love roadblocks.
It's all emotional things.
I love to do the puzzle pieces of the navigation around roadblocks, disappearing roadblocks, because I think we just keep putting that there from our patterns. Anyway, there's a whole system that I love to talk about. And my wonderful and lovely and darling husband is, drum roll please, Mr. Riz MIRZA, and you are I'm
a locksmith. That's what I am.
Locksmith.
I consider myself a locksmith. Over all these years, 20 years between us of being in the psychic and metaphysical field, guys, can you imagine thousands of channeling circles to thousands of people in many, many different countries?
Yep.
You guys, if you don't know our history, go to our community page here on YouTube and you will see a timeline of how long we've been in this field and how different we looked 15, 20 years ago.
We don't even recognize ourselves.
Yeah. Because we were only 5 then. Okay, so as a psychic, doing thousands of readings over the phone, in person, sitting in restaurants, giving these servers readings or anyone who'll listen, and Oriah going deep into transformational work of helping, especially with moms. You're so good with moms and dads because you yourself being a parent of 5 children.
Yes.
And you know how to go into these places of rebirth, spiritual rebirth. Speaking of which, I love your talk that you did on spiritual rebirth the other day.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw some of it. I listened to some of it when I was driving.
Yeah. And so I don't know if everybody knows that we have our show that we do bi-weekly. Or the one that we just did.
Well, so this is the live, and then we have our pre-recorded messages for you guys, where it's either channeling or it's our reactions to things.
We have some really fun new shows coming up, reacting to things you don't expect us to react to. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm really self-conscious about the Wi-Fi right now, so I just want to let you guys know if we are coming across a little fuzzy, it is actually the Wi-Fi. I'm thinking because we have excellent Wi-Fi.
I think it's okay.
No, I zoomed in. I made it really big, and it is a little bit. Slightly. So if it is coming across that way. But yes, we're excited to take your questions. What we're going to do is...
And so then I handle the mediumship questions. Listen, a lot of people, it's very natural to want to say, is there a message from the other side? I ask people, look, only ask if it's someone that you really, really want a message from. And it's not just mediumship readings. First of all, the readings are free, right, for everyone. If you'd like to donate, do a super chat, always appreciated, always great to see. But it's not how it works. Everyone that I pick just gets a reading. It's really about how I feel, what I'm drawn to when I see the question or they tell me who's asking the question. A psychic medium should always be able to tell you if they're not getting anything on that particular question, the universe doesn't feel that it's the right time for you to hear it, or perhaps not to hear it in this format, okay? So if I get something, I tell you. If I don't get it, I say, I got nothing on it for you, okay? And I move on, but thank you for watching. Another thing is that you don't have to ask just about people who've crossed over it. You can ask about career. People ask about other things, right? Sometimes I get messages for your pets and all sorts of things. So I like to spin the wheel sometimes. Sometimes I think I know, I don't know that particular answer, and then it comes to me 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
So the way we start off, guys, and by the way, it's not like now we start off and we're only going to do readings. We flow, man.
Yeah.
We just chill. We're at home. You're at home.
Community, and that's what we're trying to let everybody know. And I know the feeling people get when they want their questions answered. But a part of the spiritual journey you're on, and it's one that we all have to learn, is temperance, calmness, breathing. So why don't we all take a cleansing breath together? Very important. So one, two,
in through your
three.
nose.
Hold. Take another sip in. Release. Slowly. We're going to do it 2 more times. I surprised you with this, didn't I? You didn't expect this. 1, 2, and 3. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold. Sip it in. And release slowly through your nose. And last one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in.
Really slow. And hold the breath peacefully. No tension. Drop your shoulders. Relax your face. And gently blow it out. Great.
It's always important to reset, drop in, center before we begin something as exciting and fun and transformational as what we're about to do.
Yep.
So it's important to stay connected to the purpose and the reason why you're here, which is to connect to your higher self, to our higher selves, to us. And I just want to point out, there was a show, if any of you remember this, that we did a connecting grid around the world, everybody who was tuning in, and everyone felt it?
Yes.
Do you guys want to try that? Okay,
Let's
it's
do it at
already
the end.
started.
Wait, want to do it now?
I feel it.
Okay.
It's coming now. I can't, what can I say? The empath. Okay, everybody, put your hands out. And if you can't put your hands out, imagine your hands are out to receive. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold and connect to everybody on this chat. Everybody who's tuning in, everyone who's listening, everyone who's with us, send them love and light. This is a peaceful union.
Imagine all these
together.
beams of light. Imagine all these beams of light emanating from around your crown, around your head.
Let it in through your arms, your face. I feel it tingling in my jaws. I feel it in my face, coming down my body.
Relax your hands and your feet. Relax your shoulders. See the light getting bigger and brighter, brighter and bigger. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, all forces of love and creation that are all that is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
thank you, everyone, for being here.
Enjoy ourselves. Okay, good night. Let's see who's there.
We're
so
bad.
where is shout out? Let's do some shout outs.
Let's do some shout outs. Here we go. Well, wait a minute. Your
What?
shout outs are the ones where you do the shout out.
Okay, so
spirit shout outs.
So you guys know have been joining. I do this thing called spirit shout outs, which is I get some messages from some people, beings from the other side who are with me even now because they're aware of what's happening. And I just say, okay, here are a couple of things. If this matches you or this is your person or this is your situation, it's not always that there's someone from the other side. It could be just my guides are talking to your guides and want to give you a message. Okay, so let's begin. First things first is there's a name that is connected to, there's someone who's on the other side, connected to someone. The name is Tamra. So I don't know if this is her name or this is the person, you're that person, but they are connected to that. They've crossed over. There's also the date of December 11th. It's like 9th, 10th, 11th, right around there. So this is either the birthday or the passing anniversary of this person. This is connected to you. That's a second person. And there's a third person here who is referring to a place that you guys, you know what wood chips are, right? Wood chips, like, not sawdust, but the bigger pieces.
Yes.
There is a space that they used to hang out with, or you have this space where there's the wood chips on the ground.
And this is connected to Tamara.
This is three separate
one?
people. Yes.
So Tamara's the first one? I don't even, because Erica had
I think I
step
said
away.
Tamara was the first one. The second one was, see, I don't even remember now.
Oh, shoot.
You're supposed to pay attention
I know,
to
but I
each
was
one and
talking
write
to
it down.
someone. I know.
Don't talk to them until we write this down.
I'm doing the job of two people. Oh my God.
No, guys, you can have everybody wait while because these notes are super important. We don't want people to
I love your
forget.
corrections. It really excites me. Just continue.
Yeah, because if I don't remember,
When Riz
you
corrects
guys have
you
to
guys,
remember.
you don't know how much I love that.
So let's begin.
It really
let me
does
see what I
something
can
to me.
do. Yeah, let's just all drop in now because
Come
the
on.
guides are showing up.
Give me the next one, and then we'll move on.
I can't remember now because it just comes and goes, guys.
All right.
Let's move on. All right, where shall we see if there's anybody?
I got somebody.
Okay, who's that?
Well, we have Alexandra.
Yes.
So, hello, Lady O and Riz. Thank you for the time you share with us. My name is Alexandra. I would like to connect to my father, Valentine, who transitioned 4 years ago. I wonder if he has any messages for me.
I thought you meant there was a confirmation to what I was saying.
That's going to take a few minutes.
Okay, so that just to go over the confirmation, now I'm remembering it was the dates of December 9th through 11th. Right around there is a specific date that means something to one of you guys. Then I had the Tamara, and then I had the wood chips thing. There's some room that they're showing me that have all the wood chips. Okay. And let's do all the first timers first. So if you've never had a question answered, we'd like you to do that.
Just in the beginning, of course, and then we'll intersperse.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like me to read it again?
Sure.
Okay. Hello, Lady O and Riz. Thank you for the time you share with us. My name is Alexandra. I would like to connect to my father, Valentine, who transitioned 4 years ago. I wonder if he has any messages for me.
Yeah, let me see if I get something for you. I was wondering if Valentine had any issues right here in his body. See where I'm placing my hand in the midsection? It's lower than my solar plexus. Is his stomach? Is his pancreas? I don't know. I just felt a hand here. Usually that's a signal that this was something that was going on with the body, either with them or with you. Okay. And yeah, there are a couple of messages that I want to say that are coming through. First of all, I want to tell you that the energy that I feel the moment that you're talking about your dad is, it's almost like he's everybody's dad. Like his energy is very big and gregarious is the word that I'm getting. That's how he's coming through to me right now. It's almost like while I'm sitting here, he's like putting his arm around me too and going, hey, I can be your dad for a while too, Riz. Like I can be here for you. And on the other side, it's almost like he's also he's in spirit guide training, I want to say. So they're teaching him how to help others as well. He's like, I'm on the top of a mountain. I don't think he's being metaphorical. I think he's showing me like literally where his space is on the other side. It's on top of a mountain. This month is relevant to him. So this means that this month marks somebody in this family's something, which is, we're in February, right?
Yes.
End of February. So it's either this past month in February or like this week is coming up. He's going like this, like putting, when someone puts their hands to their mouth and blows a kiss, he's like going like that to you. He wants to help you go to sleep better. You have trouble sleeping? He's like, when like a parent reads you a lullaby, I read you a story. I don't think he did this when you were a kid, but it's like he wants to bless you so you have restful sleep. It's like a very specific thing. And he just put his hand lower like this to a little girl. Do you have a little girl? Let me know about that. Okay. You keep a track of her?
I'm going to make a note right here.
Okay.
Little girl is the question. Okay. So we do have a confirmation on your spirit shout out.
Okay.
We have Jennifer D, who has wood chips and December 9th
Okay.
as a birthday. So
Whoa.
she is spot on.
She's spot on? Or I'm spot on? We're both spot on.
You're both spot on.
You're spot on, Jen.
Jennifer, you're spot on.
So what's the connection? Who's the December? Who is it?
Her
You got to
birthday,
tell us.
She did.
Okay.
It's her birthday. And she has wood chips around her house.
You do. Okay, but all right. But who did you? So anyway, who's the person who's crossed over? This is an older gentleman, so I'd want to know who that is. So anyway, the message for you is that you needed to hear this and know that it was specifically for you with those kind of specific things. And okay, so my spirit guide is giving a message, Red Eagle. This is the year, the big theme of this year is being true to yourself. And knowing that that's being true to yourself is not an imposition on others, even though sometimes people can make you feel that way. Like, dim your light a little bit, No, this is the year where you're like, no, my light is here not only to shine on myself, but also to shine it on you and to help shine a path as well. Good. That's your message. I like when the guides are specific like that. They give birthdays now and what your room has. Yeah.
Okay.
It never gets old, man. Let me tell you. I never get tired of hearing from them, the guides, and from you.
Okay. So
yes.
Next one is Charb Way.
That's one name?
One name.
Spell it for me.
CHARBWAY.
Charbway. Wow.
So should we, and her, so that's her profile. So her name is spelled SHAELYNN, Shaylin.
Oh, Shaylin. Okay.
That's who's actually the person.
Okay.
Okay. So her question is, I've been
Yes.
struggling with a health issue for almost 2 years now. Was wondering if my guides have any messages for me pertaining to this issue. My name is Shaylin.
Yeah. Let me just look into that. What I see. Yeah, I mean, I would tell you something. I can feel that you're deep in it. That means that you have to persist. When I say someone is deep in it, that means that they're at the halfway point of the resolution. So that means that you clearly can't go back and you have to step forward, move forward, keep plugging along. I'm a massive proponent of integrative healing, which means always having a good Western medical doctor who's more integrative, which means that they pay attention to holistic practices and are very serious about nutrition and very serious about, they also believe in acupuncture and they believe in energy work. And those are the kind of doctors that I feel very strongly about would be good for you. I also am a huge proponent along those lines of completely radically changing the way that you eat. In fact, I do see this has something to do with how the digestion system is going with you, that needs some really strong repair. Why? Because that is an immune system. Your immune system is housed in your colon, in your intestines. So doing a good cleanse, I'm a huge fan of colon hydrotherapy. Also, of course, of getting your microbiome straight and your prebiotics, your probiotics, making sure that is, especially through food, not just through supplements, because the food tends to digest better. So this is what I see there. So I do see in terms of time, I think that you're at the halfway mark. I know you go, what, another 2 years? No, I think it's this year. I feel like we're turning a corner pretty soon. It's just, you just need the new protocol is what I'm getting. That's the word I'm getting. Okay.
All right, so we're straightening out the wood chips and the December 9th. We have two gens that take responsibility for that, not one. And they are going to both get back to me with if they had an elderly gentleman that have crossed, and we'll pick it out from there.
You're telling me there's two gens that both have a December 9th birthday?
No, Jennifer D.
So I had a message that two different messages. Well, they were two separate ones. So I initially had said they're two separate ones.
Okay, perfect.
My number 2 was the December 9th birthday. And then the third thing I said was, there's someone here who's talking about wood chips, but it's in the house. It's in the room.
Okay, so
Okay.
what we're doing is we're going to get names from both of them to see if they have an elderly gentleman, and we can go from there.
Well, the message was given from that side, so let's move forward.
Okay. So Inez O'Neill, INEZ O'Neill.
Inez. Hi, Inez.
Hi, guys. Appreciate the show. Started listening for a few weeks now and intend to tune in every Sunday. I'm curious to know who my spirit guides are and do they have any messages for me?
You have a beautiful, immediately it's coming through, Inez. You have a beautiful, beautiful white dove, the symbol of peace. But this dove, doves there's a sound that these birds make. And I would download, actually you don't need to download. You can actually go to YouTube and there are meditation videos that have gentle like water sounds and sounds of birds. And I feel that that dove is the representation of finally bringing peace into conflict situations. So it feels like wherever there has been this tug of war emotionally or this power play that was happening in your life emotionally, the dove totem is coming through to say, look, peace is within yourself. Whether that person has peace or not is not your doing. You come from peace, you speak in peace, and don't let their peace rob you, their lack of peace rob you of your peace. So this is the year where you really plant your flag strong in peace. Imagine a big flag, imagine a dove on the flag and just light coming from it. Imagine a dove in your heart chakra, just spreading its wings. But you see, Inez, you really have to do it. You don't just picture it. You have to lay there in your bed. You have to take a few deep breaths, play the music I told you about, play the meditation sounds I told you about, and imagine what it might feel like if a beautiful bird made of light was in your heart and just opening its wings up and growing and growing and growing. And you might even cry a little bit. You might get emotional, but keep breathing through that, because I feel this bird is coming through with almost like you would think this dove is very fragile, but I want you to imagine that actually that little bird is far, far bigger. Like imagine like 10 feet wingspan, very powerful, so powerful that it can lift you up, like literally pick you up off the ground. That's your main guide right now. And I would call her Joy. Let's go.
Well, I want to let you know that we have Philippines in the house. We have India in the house. We have Canada in the house.
Oh, wow.
Say hello to everybody. And
hi to the Philippines, and of course, hi to India, my family's home. Yes.
Yes. So we have a question from Diane. She'd like to know if she can get a message from her mom who crossed in 2019.
What's her mom's name? Oh, guys, so let me.
Sorry,
one of the
Erica usually handles that.
One of the requests is that when you want to get a message from a loved one, here's what we need: your real first name, the person's real first name, or whatever they answer by, and when they died, and who they were to you. That's it. Okay. All right. Let's move forward and come back with that info.
Okay. So we have another Alexandra. I thought I got the same one, but it's not.
Uh-huh.
So this person is Alexandra Merriman. I'm a first timer, but can you see if you can get anything from my dad that died 2 years ago yesterday? And his name is Don, short for Donald.
Sure. And her name is Alexandra? Mm-hmm. Okay. Or Alexandria. Alexandra and Don. Thank you. Yes. It's interesting. The first thing that I'm getting is that it's like he's saying to me, you should be able to hear me. Like you, Alexander, should be able to hear him. And he's like gently touching your temple. He's like, just listen. I'm there. Okay. I was curious, is near your house or outside your house, is there a swing on a tree? Or is there something about this tree outside your house that means something to you specifically? Like I have trees outside my house, but there's no emotional connection to them in that sense, something specific. But he's mentioning this to me. Also, he's making me place my hands on my knees. So this usually represents something that was something's going on with somebody's legs, or maybe it was his own knees, but he's like going like that. Also July, he's putting a big heart around the month of July. I don't know who that's connected to. And is there a James connected to this, or James, Jim, Jack? I don't know. Is that name connected to you or him? There's some.
She says there used to be a tire swing he made for us.
Thank you. He made the tire swing for you guys. Have you taken one of his things and put it up really high on a shelf? Because he's showing me an arm reaching up really high. Like there's a thing that belongs to him, but it's like up here. Also, there's somebody who had really thick brown curly hair, almost frizzy. Is that you? The radio. Do you have his radio? Who has radio? Maybe he had a radio. Or did you hear his song on the radio?
He had problems with his legs.
He had problems with his legs. But he doesn't have problems with his legs now. He's like pole vaulting practically now. Also, I wanted to know, Alexandra, does somebody that you guys know have a collection of flags? And it doesn't have to be flags of a country. Even a flag is also, some people have NASCAR flags, you know. Does this mean something to you? Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting. He's like, when his birthday comes, you can still have a cake. Isn't that amazing? That's what a great idea that is.
When his birthday
comes, you can still
great idea.
Like have a slice of cake. Don't make it a somber occasion.
She says his ashes, his cup, and his necklace are on a shelf, and I did have curly hair as a child.
Okay, because when you said the tire swing thing, he just showed me this big curly brown hair like that. So they're up high on a shelf. Okay, so he sees that you keep them there. Keep them there until he's not attached to those things. We are attached to those things. Your connection with him is right here. No physical object can ever match the potency of your heart connection. But keep it.
She says her brother has a collection of car NASCARs.
Your brother has a collection of NASCARs. Okay, because that's why I said NASCAR. He's like, not that kind of like NASCAR. So that means say hello and give love to your brother, and he's with him as well. Thank you.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. You want to take an empathic question?
Yes, because we're getting lots of mediumship questions.
Okay, we'll get to them.
Okay, so I'm just copy and pasting, and I'm putting some to the side, and I will get back to these. If anybody has an empathic question about mental health, where you're at in your day-to-day life, if you need some encouragement or understanding or breakthroughs in those areas. Somebody says they could see an orb between the two of us. That is awesome.
Whoa.
Thank you, Lou, for that.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh, can I talk about something?
Yes.
So I wanted to, we talk about the stuff that we also do. We have a couple of retreats I wanted to talk about that we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So my favorite, I hate to say my favorite retreat because
never say
you want to know why?
You have so many
I have so many favorites.
Yeah.
It's like saying, what's my favorite cereal?
I know, you can't say that.
It's Count Chocula, it's Captain Crunch, and then sometimes it's
so
Lucky
many.
Charms. Okay. But I will say, this is one of my favorite retreats. Okay, it's the Enchanted Salem retreat in Salem, Massachusetts. We do it every Halloween. Not on Halloween, because that would be crazy, because it's crazy in Salem on Halloween. But it's in the first week or two. I think the dates right now are the 7th through the 9th or something. And it's a beautiful, wonderful psychic retreat. You get to experience the magic and the history of Salem, as well as the deep emotional magic that is in the history of Salem. And it's fun. Believe it or not, a lot of people who think, isn't Salem spooky? No, it's fun, actually. There's a lot of love and good energy there. So you get to go down the main drag. You get to go in all the witchy shops and the crystal shops and the magic. And we are staying in a beautiful villa together. So this retreat, it has a very limited capacity. And even though it's in October, guys, all retreats are booked way in advance. Like next spring's retreats are almost filled. So because when you're doing a group, everything has to be arranged in advance. So if you'd like to join us in Salem, it's going to be with me and O. There's going to be readings and channeling seance every night, and meditations and great food, and just a great time and an unforgettable way to spend Halloween season. Drop us a note in the comments and let us know if you'd like to join us, or just send us a message on social media, Meta Mystic Podcast. Guys, are you following us on Instagram? Meta Mystic Podcast. We want to connect with you guys. There's going to be special little things that we do there. So that's that.
Okay, so a couple more things have come in here.
Yes.
So Crystal Waters, thank you for the reminder. She watched our show that we just did on Psychic Couples Reacts, and I talked about my childhood story when I was 5 years old. I got quite a bit of a reaction from that. A lot of people have mentioned it, that I saw myself and felt myself in my angelic self for my whole childhood.
Yes.
And we had this big conversation about who else actually felt that way. And we were curious. I was curious. So I'm going to ask that question now. It's just something to put out there. I'm just curious if you felt that. So if those of you from the ages that you can remember from like far back as you can go, 3 years old, till maybe 12, right before puberty, right before you start going into hormonal craziness. And
then right around 50, 45, when you start going into hormonal craziness. Exactly. And around 25 when you're going into hormonal craziness.
Like everybody just like checks out. But I'm just thinking that those of you, please share who felt that they were an angel. I have to say it exactly like that because it's exactly the way it feels. It's like you felt like you were an angel, not like you were like an angel or you were thinking you were an angel, but you actually knew you were an angel.
So basically you felt your celestial energy, like you descended to the planet, and you felt this at a very young age.
But when you're a child, you don't know those big words, so you say angel.
I did because I read Reader's Digest.
Well, you were a very
years old.
unusual child, Riz. From your stories that you told me.
Yeah.
You had like an adult brain at like 5.
Yeah.
Your observations, you're connecting the dots and how you saw everything from your family to your society to your school to the kids to everything. The way you broke down culture and society at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I did. You know,
I was counting ants.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk.
Right. And I was watching the kid counting the ants going, interesting.
No, but you were actually going, why did she do that and he did this? And why are they doing that? Mm-hmm. Then you like really understood pop culture, which I didn't even know pop culture was a thing until I was like
So I grew up in the late 70s and the 80s when we didn't have the internet to find out when stars' birthdays were or details about their life, and I would read anything I could get and memorize it. So I was I would read, when I had albums, I would read all the liner notes, and I wanted to know who produced it and where was it and what city and who was involved. And that was sometimes, and for those of you who are into astrology, I have a moon in Scorpio, and that's usually very much about detailed and research and what's under everything. It's very much where my psychic sense also lies.
Well, people are saying, there's some people that are saying that they did feel like an angel. They said they kept it to themselves. They felt Mother Earth's energy heartbeat. They say things like that to cover it without saying it directly. Some people said that felt their earth angels, their angelic wings were coming out.
Yeah.
They saw a lot of things, It's really great. I love hearing this. And, I think the more we are open and talk about our memories coming from our divinity, like what do we remember as our our higher selves and our most empathic selves, our most vulnerable selves. We don't talk about that as much. Usually we in modern day society we only talk about what's wrong, what's bothering you, what's the problem, how is it. But you know what, how you feed a garden, right, is you have to give it positive nutrition. And I wanted a lot of shit. Well, now I can't even say the rest of what I was saying. Well,
it's fertilizer, right?
Okay, but
you know what Red Eagle says? He says,
I know.
To grow a garden, you need a lot of shit. And guess what? And rain. and animals to stomp on that fertile to press
People
it
are talking about their Scorpio moon, and you have a Scorpio moon.
Scorpio moons unite.
You guys are probably not surprised by that.
Scorpio moons are no joke, yo. They are seriously. No joke.
They don't play.
They do not play. and then they really play.
And they can go deep and play in the
And I have a
darkest
Mars and a
waters
Scorpio.
deepest waters.
Yeah, I have a Mars and a Scorpio too.
Well, that's why you can go into most serious situations and you can find the humor.
You know, when I give mediumship readings, and I know very well as a medium the pain of losing someone. I've lost pretty much 95% of every member of my family. And so I know that pain. And when I feel that pain, it's tremendous. Like I was at the gym today, and I remembered I used to go to the gym sometimes, and my dad was a member of the same gym, right? And sometimes I would see him at the gym just working out. And today I felt like I saw him in the gym working out, and I just wanted to break down and cry.
Really?
Yeah, it hit me so hard I stopped working out.
Isn't that weird when that happens? It's like it's real time.
Yeah, so I know the pain, guys. So, you know, when I talk to you about your loved ones crossed over, I usually have a somewhat of a smile on my face, and it's because I feel the love. I also know as a medium, because I'm in the middle, that's what medium means, right? Remember something, when we die, our vibration rises. The people who are left here who miss us, their vibration drops. So now the gap energetically, frequency-wise, is very wide. A medium comes in the middle, is able to understand you, able to understand them, and bridges that gap. That's the medium. So, yeah, do you want to do some... Who's next? Any confirmations from my spiritual shout-outs? I got another spiritual shout-out coming through. Spiritual shout-out coming through.
Okay, let me get it down. Okay. What is it?
The name is Goldie. Somebody's connected to the name Goldie. One of you watching right now from your house is connected to the name Goldie. I want to know who you are, and I'm going to give you a message from your guides, okay?
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to just go right back into the questions.
I think Goldie might be an animal. I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay. So...
also the date of October 26th is coming up. So give or take a day or two, 25th to 27th. I'm getting the 26th. So if that's connected to you.
Is that a birthday or a death day?
I don't know, but the date should mean something to you.
Okay.
Once I know, then I can go deeper.
I want to say one last thing before we jump into questions.
Yes.
I just want to say, I know I'm onto something here, because when I get onto something, I'm like a hound dog.
You
and
sure
I
are.
Go after it. So I got to get this to you guys. So you don't sneeze at the concept of positive reinforcement. Okay, so when you give positive reinforcement to somebody, including yourself, you actually encourage more of the same.
Yeah.
If you keep beating yourself with a stick or a broom, or hitting yourself or saying negative things to yourself, it's harder for you to reach into those places that you're trying to get to. So it's a really big thing, and it is a real thing. So I want you guys to... I like what's happening on the chats right now. There's people just straight out saying, I'm an angel. I love that so much, because there's no shame. And when you say it, it's a part of you that gets to breathe. It's a part of you that gets to say, yeah, I'm not here to hide anymore.
Right.
You know, I don't need to call myself anything. The reason I'm saying angel is because it's simple. I'm not saying starseed. I'm not saying alien. I'm not saying what planet you're from. I'm not saying any of that, because we like to deduct it down to the most common denominator, like the most simplest form of understanding things, because that's where the vibration is, where you can really meat and potatoes, like really feel it. So feel yourself and understand, if you're in that place where you feel that you're an angel, just say it.
Right.
Who cares? Like, we're at a stage now. Don't we need to hear more of that? We need to hear more
you want to know
that.
why sometimes people can have a problem with that? Because we are taught to invalidate the divinity of the self so much, because we equate it with arrogance. We equate it with, who are you to say that you're an angel? Who are you to say... Wait a second, we never said an angel is better than anybody else. In fact, don't you think that when you die...
Well, we had to tolerate everybody saying they were a goddess until we just went crazy.
Remember the
hearing
goddess
that.
movement in the spiritual community for so long? It was about the goddess movement?
Yeah.
And
I can't even handle and talk about that anymore. It's just, I'm over it.
I wasn't
a long
crazy
time
about
ago.
it, because, so what does it mean?
I was into it for 5 minutes, and then I was like, oh, this is a dead end.
It's like step one of raising your vibration.
And the reason why I say angel is because it's angelic. It represents divinity, higher purpose, higher vibration, love, right? And it's universal.
The thing is that people have
understands what angels are.
So it's so interesting, right? This is a very interesting topic, because spiritually, when people have realizations, usually the statement that comes from you within inside of yourself is, I am something. So you have a spiritual awakening and you say, wow, I am one with everything. Wow, I have a spiritual awakening. I am me, but I'm also you, but I'm also this tree. I am love. I am light. But when people say, I am an angel, you could say somebody else is an angel. But the moment you say you're an angel, people have a very big...
Well, it's in context of what we're doing because this is a safe place and we're creating kind of a... Oh, yeah, but I want to just break it down for people even more. Yeah, I'm not... And I'm glad you're clarifying because I'm not asking you to walk around and shake hands with people and say, hello, I'm an angel. Like, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, what if your name is Angel?
Well, every angel
that's
we've
an issue.
ever known
You're going to run into a roadblock.
Well, because there's been a lot of people who have... I'm not going to make any comments. People with the name Angel...
Can I tell you something?
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, the biggest bully in my 5th grade class, his name was Angel.
Yeah, most of them are. It's really weird. It's really weird.
So, Angel Rodriguez, if you're out there, you're not going to bully anybody anymore. Hopefully you're not.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to get to the questions now. Yeah.
I can hear people laughing at home right now.
Like thrown off by that. Okay.
Right.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay. So my name is Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel.
I'm wondering if there's a message for me from my grandfather, Gonzague, who passed 3 years ago. The pronunciations are here, the words.
Can you spell it for me?
Gonzague.
Okay. Gonzague. I think that's probably how it's said. It's okay because she spelled it and I can connect. Jean-Michel is the name? Mm-hmm. Jean-Michel, do you play music at all? I hear it's just music around you. And I mean, like, do you play an instrument or do you sing? Yeah, your grandfather has you on his back, and he has a strong back. Let me tell you, he wants me to tell you, he's like, I have a strong back, and I'm going to carry you all the way to the finish line. So he is not... small energy. He's very big, strong energy. Like he could push a tree over. His energy is so strong coming through. He is the captain of the team. He is the cheerleader. He is the coach. It's like something, whatever it is that your destination you're trying to reach right now, Jean-Michel, your grandfather's energy is fully in support. It's almost like I can do more for you now from the other side than I even could have done for you while here on the earth. There's a woman there with him. Did your grandmother pass too? And the name Marie, is the name Marie connected to you? And another thing is is there a name like Kelly or Callie connected to you? Something like that. Okay.
Okay. You want to move on?
Yes.
Okay, next one. We have an interesting confirmation on one of your shout outs.
Sure.
And I kind of got a green light, so we're going to try it out.
Let's hear the interesting confirmation.
Okay, so... Okay, I'm just getting a lot of things I'm reading. So... Hi, my name is Tanya, very similar sounding to Tamra. I woke up from a strange dream and had a very strange but zen vibe all day. Do you think it happens to be a message for me?
I don't think it's for you, but I'm going to give you a message anyway, because the names usually are quite clear when I say them that way. But welcome, Tanya.
And your last person that you just spoke to, yes. Jean, he says...
Jean-Michel.
Yes, Leonie. Leonie. And I think it was just something you said. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know what.
All right, cool. Okay, so let's continue.
So
let's go back. Tanya.
She says she had a zen-like feeling today.
All day.
Let me tune into what that is. You need to write, Tanya. You need to get a journal or a book to do stream of consciousness writing. We also call this automatic writing. This is because there are stories within you. There's poetry within you. There's prose. There's thoughts to come out of you. And it is to take advantage of these moments of inspiration. It's almost like when the iron is hot, they say you have to. That's when you hit the iron. Only then. Otherwise, it loses its energy. So the creative spark will hit you, and then it loses its energy. Your fingertips are also very, very sensitive. I was wondering if have you, by any chance, burned your fingertips recently? Because it almost feels like they're regenerating for some reason. Like something happened to them, and then they're starting to regenerate. Why? Because the energy is flowing through you and through your hands. Good if you can lay your hands on someone to give them a healing energy. Very good. Also, maybe to also learn some Reiki. Have you been interested in that at all? Look that up. Next.
Okay.
It's Kuan Yin is the spirit guide working with you. Kuan Yin.
So we have let me see if I can find it again.
What happened? Any shout outs that were answered with that name Goldie? I'm getting the name Goldie. Don't know who that's connected to. One of you watching right now.
Okay, so I'm trying to get to some super chats. I thought I saw a super chat for a birthday message, but it's gone. I'll keep looking. If you guys see it, let me know.
Okay.
So this is for Bukit. Bukita. Hi, I would like to know about my guardian angels. I feel like my grandma always is around me. If so, is there a message for me about my career and business?
There's entrepreneurship, which is really how your success is going to happen. This is also just like the right amount. It's like you just haven't met the right people who can expand this. And I feel like there's some money that needs to come in from an outside person that should come through to at least the first level of how to fund this. But I like it, and whatever the online component of this needs to have a very strong foundation, of course, but that comes a little bit more towards the end of the year. I would say 3/4 into the year is where this looks a lot better for you. The grandmother, yeah, of course, you know that already. I'm sure you've already mentioned that you feel she's around you. It's really like this strong maternal energy, powerful. You know, your grandmother's energy also feels, now of course she's a woman, but she also has a strength like a man. You know what I mean? Like, not that it's only men who are strong, but you know what I'm saying. It's like yin and yang energy together in her. Very, very nice. She wants to feed you. She wants to feed you. She's like, make sure you eat. Are you not eating enough? She's like, eat. Okay, that's your message. Let us know if any of this rings true for you.
Somebody brought up the fact that it's very intense in this Virgo moon. Thank you, because hello, I've been complaining about it since it started. Everybody I know has been like, what is going on? Because it's so intense.
Can I talk a little bit about that?
Please.
So, look, I'm not an astrologer, but I certainly am get messages from the guides about the celestial seasons. Is that a tea brand, Celestial Seasons?
Yeah.
Or is that Celestial Seasonings? I don't know. Okay. So Virgo, which is the sign of the healer, in its highest form, Virgo is the healer. In its more shadow side, it becomes a perfectionist who becomes crabby because they're constantly criticizing themselves and criticizing what's around them, trying to figure out. They tend to see what's wrong first rather than what's right. Because at their highest, they're a healer, so they tend to want to fix and to heal. But when they're working in the shadow side of their sign, all signs have a shadow and a higher self side. But with Virgos, it's to break through that, to know that they have enough, that they are the autumn harvest, that they are the ones that are feeding and bringing the harvest energy to everyone. Imagine the goddess who's flying over the pumpkins and the vegetables that are coming in the harvest as the sunset is happening, and she's got orange, beautiful hair and she's jewelry, and she's flying over the fields with light from her hands, bestowing the abundance to all the people. That's the true Virgo energy. So why, when we have the Virgo moon, the moon representing your inner world, right? So it's about the things that are trying to self-correct. Yeah, it's like if you take a certain medicine to fix your digestion, you're going to feel it working, right? You're going to feel it working. It's not necessarily pleasant, but it's going to help you release. I can't believe that's the metaphor I'm using, but I swear to God, that's what they're showing to me. So it's like, you have to breathe while the medicine is working. So Virgo moon is to allow the corrections to happen.
By the way, sometimes I think this, but I don't say this. Sometimes I just look over at you and I'm just like, damn. I just see hotness, and I just have to say it sometimes because you guys don't ever hear me say stuff like that.
My goodness,
but when
thank
I
you.
say it, it comes strong. Isn't I'm a Taurus. I'm just gonna let it out.
Get yourself a Taurus wife.
Okay, but I just want to say, Bukita just said something very interesting.
What?
She said she lost 15 pounds, couldn't eat that much because of stress, and she's getting better now. And grandmother had told her to eat. So she's saying it's time to eat now.
Chicken soup.
She wants her to feel better.
Chicken soup.
That was great.
With the fat in it.
Great
You need
confirmation.
that broth, bone broth.
All
Please.
right.
Okay.
So to one of our oldies but goodies. So we have a birthday in the house tomorrow.
Happy birthday. What's it tomorrow? So it's the Pisces? Are we in Pisces? Yeah, of course.
know.
Duh.
So this is for Bernadette Desire. Okay, it's my birthday tomorrow. Any messages for me from my guides and spirit? My
Sure.
brother visited me last year. Who's going to party with me tonight in spirit? Let's get the
I
party
love that.
on, Bernadette.
I like your style, Bernadette.
Right?
First of all, the song by Kool and the Gang, Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Dun, dun,
I'm the
dun,
resident new singer of the house.
Yeah, you missed it last week. She sang the Love Boat theme with Erica.
I did. True story.
Yeah, but I'm hearing that song by Kool and the Gang, Celebrate. So you got to play it at midnight tonight. Maybe it's midnight already where you are. Because this is what's coming through? Hold on, it's a musician guide. I get messages from guides a lot of the time who are musicians. Some famous musicians have come through. Yes. Well, I got a message from you from he used to be called the Walrus of Love, Mr. Barry White. I wish I could do his voice. But anyway, I'm getting that he has a message for you about love. Yeah. Did you hear what I said? I'm getting a message from Barry White.
Oh.
Barry White was about as black.
Barry
White was about as black as you can get,
Yeah.
but his last name was White. All right, let me see. Thank you. I have gotten a few messages from him over the years, but it's been a while. He wants you to love yourself, and he wants you to play some of his music. You're the first, my last, my everything. It's about awakening the lover in you is the message from him.
You're the first, the last.
You're my first, my last, my
How's it go?
everything. Well, we can play. Let's play it later.
No, but just start that one sentence. You never want to play along.
Yeah, because I'm giving the message. So he wants you to know.
She would like that for her birthday.
No, you're going to play the song.
First.
You're going to play the song, and it's like let yourself be in that looseness. Like stop. It's like you're wound up a little tight sometimes, and it's like when you play that music is you've surrendered to your true self, your groovy self, and he wants you to play that song, play it loud, and just dance around in your living room, but let the music move you. This is a very specific message. It's not that you put the song on and you just start dancing. Stay still. Listen to the music and see where the music and the beat goes. And then sometimes it just might be your hand is moving, and then sometimes it just might be your shoulders that start moving. But it has to be authentic. You have to let the music actually in and dance for yourself, not about does this look cool or not, because this is the way that you're going to tap more into your intuition. I feel that you really want to do that. So there you go, a message from Mr. Barry White.
Oh, we got a Goldie. I just found it.
Who's the Goldie?
Lordonia Works is the name of the profile.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. She says, I was given a nickname Goldie this week and signed my name Goldie yesterday.
Thank you.
What? Oh my God.
So here's a message for you, and this is coming to you from my guide, Phineas. He's a spirit guide I channel, and he was the one who told me to talk to Goldie. So there you go. Hi, Goldie.
And earlier, Leonie is my grandmother. You asked if there's someone with my grandfather. That was from.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
He's with her. Okay, so Goldie, the third chakra, which we call the solar plexus chakra, is the golden colored chakra. That chakra, amongst other things, by the way, it's not chakra. It's in Hindi, which is the way, or in Sanskrit, it's called chakra. Chakra. It's a hard cha. It's not a sha. It's not there to shock you. It's not a chakra.
It's not chakra.
No, it's a chakra. Chakra.
Chakra.
Yeah. If you want to be really Indian about it, you say chakra.
Chakra.
And chakra in Hindi actually means a circle,
Right.
by the way. Okay. Anyway, this is about your presence in the world, your presence, your belief in yourself, your belief that you belong, your validation of your soul, of your reality, that you are here and that you don't need to hide at all. And so this is coming out. And why that name was given to you was for you to actually come out and be in that golden light. There you go. From Phineas Quimby, my spirit guide, to you, Goldie. Okay.
Alrighty.
Gold bell.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
I got another spirit shout out. Spirit shout out number is 65,000, whatever number it is. Does one of you, I know this is weird. Somebody's here on the other side. Now, either this is them or it's you who had a traffic light in their house. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
A traffic light in your house. So I guess it fell on the ground and someone dragged it into their house.
So
maybe they worked in that field. I don't know. That's either
traffic
them
light in the house?
and you know it because either they had it or you had it or you have it.
Traffic light in the
Yes.
house? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I just want to make sure I got it down. Okay. And if you guys are having confirmations and you love the show and the channel, it really helps us a lot if you go into the comments.
Yeah.
Put your thoughts, put your confirmations, put your likes, share the love, and it really helps us keep everything going. So that really is awesome.
Yes.
All righty then. We are moving on.
You know what's so funny? Sometimes I'm watching and I'm feeling like I can feel there's people that knew me in the past that are watching here right now. And I just felt them look into our area. Isn't that interesting? Like they're not going to say hello. They're just watching.
I know. I feel, I feel
it
your
right
ancestors.
now. So hi. No, I'm not talking about ancestors. I'm talking about people who live in this lifetime who knew me in the past are watching. So hi.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have a couple. First of all, I was going to get to Crystal Water. She has a message I was going to read to you. But before that, Tanya, C-E.
Yes.
And then in parentheses, T-A-N-Y, Ace, says, my husband has a traffic light for decor, but I don't even know where it is now.
Yes. Okay. Are you the Tanya from before?
I don't think so because the way it's spelled, she has a C-E. And it doesn't look like that's the way the profile was of the other Tanya.
Did your husband lose a parent? Because there's someone here in spirit who is referring to that person. And these are very specific, messages. Because who the heck would have a traffic light as decor in their house? But
Seriously.
he does. He sounds cool, actually. I like it. I'd love to see it. Send us a picture. Let me know if he lost a parent or an older person that was like close to him.
So Tanya said that's the same Tanya.
Okay, Tanya. So this definitely is for you. There's another message for you besides the Kuan Yin. Yes. So anyway, this older person is just sending a lot of love and had a big chuckle over the traffic light thing. All lights are green. That's the message to your husband.
She said, no, but I lost my mother.
Then that's the person. Okay, thank you. There's an older person here, but giving love to that person, that means your mom is giving love to your husband. Do you cook the same food that your mom used to cook? Because she's like, do that. She's like, do that. And you'll feel me with you.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, Crystal Waters. Her.
Didn't we just do one from that person?
No, I said I was going to.
okay.
Okay, so her sister.
Yes.
Before she was born.
Yes.
10 months before she was born, at 6 years old, her name was Nicole Ann, died in Hurricane Hugo.
Whoa.
And she has influenced her life in many ways.
Of course.
Curious to see if she also sees me or has a message for me.
Well, so she was 6 years old when she crossed this big old soul. Is that what you're saying?
6 years old, yeah.
Okay. And how old was Crystal?
She was 10 months before Crystal was born.
So of course.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this when we lose a sibling that sometimes we barely knew.
Right.
Or that passed before. Because I've encountered this many a time.
And
Absolutely.
you yourself you came after a miscarriage.
That's
baby.
different. Yes.
Oh, it's different.
That's called
Okay.
usually called a ghost child, the one who's born after a miscarriage. But this situation with you, Crystal, I have seen this many times over the years as a medium. These souls who come in, look, all souls who come in and leave early, they're shooting stars. They come in to make an impact and to change us, to shift us, to put us into a higher vibrational state, or at least give us the opportunity to shift into a higher, more enlightened state. Some of us go down when somebody dies, and some of us get it together and lift up into a higher version of ourselves. The goal is to do that, to honor them and the fact that they've come as a messenger of higher consciousness living. So yes, of course, without even having to tune in, I will tell you that's the rule across the board, is that those siblings are tied to you. They are siblings from past lives. They are guardians from past life. Of course, they're here with you now. You said Hurricane Hugo. What a way to go. Oh my God. Wow. The stories that I hear, guys, about how certain souls leave the planet in ways that I know I would never be able to live with, whether it happened to a person or to live through that myself as a soul. That's just not our destiny. So let me see if there's a message I can get for you. I'm asking my guides to see if there's something they can say here.
She says she is a powerful source to me, no doubt. She set me up for success, but it's hard to see my mom grieve, though.
Of course. There's nothing that can take a mother's pain away. It's just, you're never going to take the pain away, but you can rise to a deeper spiritual understanding and connection. It's all about humility and gratitude to Source, and we say, we're just grateful for the experience of getting to feel that massive amount of love. Would your mom be willing to learn how to do art? Or does she know how? Did she ever used to paint before? I feel she needs to do that. That's actually the message coming from your sister, her daughter. By the way, is there any connection to a Ronnie or a Ronald on that side? Anyone in your life? Thank you. Yeah. That's the message. The message is coming actually for your mom. All right, next one.
Okay, this is for Shannon Ramey. I'm also a newbie. Just discovered y'all a few days ago. Well, welcome, Shannon.
Welcome, Shannon.
I'm loving your content. Thank you. My real name is Shannon Ramey. I would be so thrilled if you could connect with my dad, Scott Ramey, past 10/10/2017. And that is a perfect way to ask a question. Did you see? She had everything lined up perfectly. Yeah. Name, date,
who it was, first name. Yeah.
Perfect.
By the way, earlier I had said, speaking of October, I had said, does one of you have a connection?
Crystal said Ronnie is her best friend.
Ronnie is your best friend? Yeah, so your sister knows about it. Okay. So she's watching over her too. Let Ronnie know that. Okay. Where was I?
Okay.
I mean, I'm just flying through the dimensions. You have to understand what it's like inside of me. Half of me is here and half of me is like flying past Saturn.
Okay.
Where was I?
You are starting off with Shannon Ramey and...
Right, Scott, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Dad Scott, 10/10/2017.
Thank you. Well, he's coming through straight like an arrow. I don't know if the arrow actually has a sort of significance, like bow and arrow or Did he get straight to the point all the time? Lungs, throat, something here? Do you have a special, I know that, Shannon, you said?
Yes.
Shannon, do you have a special cushion or pillow that like he always goes with you? Like, I don't mean like you leave the house with it, but like if you move or if you like you make sure that this pillow doesn't get thrown away. You know, it's a very philosophical message I have because I'm at what I'm getting. I just ask if there's anything. And what I'm getting about his journey on the other side is that on the other side, he became very centered. And I don't know if there was some issue where he wasn't centered here on the planet, but he really found that deep rooted stability on the other side. And this was necessary for him. And do you have a brother? He just said the word brother. Okay. There's also, did he win awards for something or you win awards for something? Like little medals or little pins, or I just see like little pins, and I don't know if it doesn't feel military to me. So I don't know what that is. So there's a move. You're going to do a move. And for you to know that that can happen. Also, is somebody in this family had a sore throat or had some issue with their larynx? Because he's showing me there's somebody that he's talking about that had something going on here. And you said October, about a month that he crossed over.
Shannon says, yes, half brother.
Half brother, thank you. Okay. He's watching over him too. And the name David is coming up. Would you let me know if the David is connected to you guys, one of you or your dad? So I was saying that you said October, but I keep getting September about something. Like I'm saying October to him, but he's pulling me more into September. Did he lose consciousness in September? Or some, okay.
She says pins, pillow, yes, neck pillow.
Thank you. The neck pillow, okay. And what about the pins? Yes to the pins as well?
She just said question mark, pins, question mark.
Oh, okay. All right. Pins like meaning, you know when Boy Scouts get little pins? They're like little medals. You're a good worker. Are you a good worker? He's like, you're a good worker. Which means you're a hard worker. He very much respects that, honors that. Also, what's up with the temperature in your house? Do you constantly go make it hot or make it cold? Or you want it both hot and cold somehow in your house? He's talking about this. Means that he must visit. Okay.
So Buckshot said he took your advice.
Buckshot.
And he got a construction orange shirt and Steeler yellow shirt, yellow and orange, and he wore it and he liked it. He said he rocked it.
All right.
Yeah.
High five. So Buckshot's one of our regulars, and message came through. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but they were saying he was supposed to wear colors. We've never met any of you, so we don't know what you look like or anything or what your style is, but that was the message, and he did it. So thank you for taking the message to heart.
So Shannon is saying September, I tried to donate my liver to him in September.
Ah, that's why. Okay, thank you. So he's thanking you for that. That was where he's not even concerned about his passing, his transition date of 10/10. He was more like connected to the month of September and his medical condition, which is why I said, did he lose consciousness? What happened? Okay.
All righty. So here we go.
But he's doing great. He just went like this. He's like, I don't know. It's fun. Like I want to say like he's working out on the other side. People are like, how could you work out on the other side? You guys have no idea. As a medium, I've seen everything. I've seen people at baseball games on the other side. I've seen them on stage. I've seen them reading books. I've seen them fixing cars. I've seen them in a garden. I've seen them eating pizza. Like they do a lot of stuff. It's not walking around with like books and robes. So I think that's what I probably would be doing.
Okay.
All right.
All righty. So next question is from Chris D. Hello, Lady O. Can you please ask Riz who my spirit guides are before the end of the night?
Yes, you can ask me right now. It's not even the end of the night. All right, Chris, let me tune in. So I have a message. That's great. So Bruce is one of the biggest guides that works with me, Bruce Lee, but he's also working with you, Chris. He's working with you for you to understand and to get very solid in understanding, grounding your body through stretching, through physical exercise, which seems like maybe you're not doing it regularly enough, and then not supporting it with what you need to be eating. Like you need to be almost like you need to a little bit to train a little bit more like an athlete. So like work out and have the nice, big, healthy protein and superfood shake. Like look up what a protein superfood shake is, and then your blender needs to become your best friend. And like Bruce wants to tell you this when he comes through. I always feel him almost like not like a fighter. I actually feel his energy like a dancer, and he was a dancer. Did you know Bruce Lee was the cha-cha champion of Hong Kong before he ever became a famous? Well, look who I'm asking. Of course she knows. He was a cha-cha champion of Hong Kong before he became a famous martial artist, teacher, guru, master of reality that he is and was and is. He wants to work with you on this. Cleansing the energy in your space also is a message that he's telling me to make sure that you do. Not incense, Chris. I am not a fan of incense. I don't think incense should ever be made on the planet anymore because they are full of toxic chemicals. I don't care where you get it from. To make incense, it has to be it's just toxic. I prefer not to burn anything at all, even though I do burn sage, but all the windows are open, and I only do it really once a week. You can get sage spray that is organic, and you can do that, but saging once a week. Also, this is interesting, Chris, one last message for you is, and by the way, the working out is not you go attack it at the gym. It is literally just maybe 3 times a week, and then beefing up the nutritional intake. Yes. Chris, I was just wondering, is the name Larry connected to you, Lawrence or Larry? In the past? And the name Charles? Curious. Let me know. The other guide that is working with you is Archangel Gabriel. All right, let's continue.
Chris said, my back is screwed up. I asked you about that. Remember, you told me to go get tourmaline and the selenite, and that's exactly what I did.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Man, I give 100 readings a week, and I'm sorry sometimes, guys, because that's what happens. And imagine, so like if I spoke to you months ago, there's been a few hundred people since then. So sometimes I remember. But if I said that, I always stand by it. If your back is screwed up, I want to tell you something, Chris. Bruce Lee broke his back. And if you don't know about this, watch a film called Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. He couldn't move. So he's there to help you fix this back. Don't take this message lightly. The back breaks because everything in your past that was a pressure on you, whether it's family or your belief in yourself or your thoughts about the world or relationships, all that was weighing heavy on you, okay? So it's time to now rebirth, reset, regenerate. Spine is your nervous system. In fact, you are the spine. When you're in the womb, guys, when you're in the womb, you basically just have the brain and the spine. Everything stems from the spine, even as you grow inside the womb. So take care of it, please.
All right.
Yes.
So Debbie says, my grandfather's name was Angel Luis and his date of death is coming up in April. I wasn't going to ask for a message, but with all the angel themes, angel talk, she thought she'd ask.
Good.
So.
All right, Debbie. Angel?
Yes.
Grandfather,
Angel Luis.
He's sending you a lot of strength right now. His name's Deb, you said? What's the name again? Debbie, did I say that right?
Yes, Debbie.
Okay. So Debbie, hi. Immediately coming through with big, I want to say fatherly, strong, young energy love for you to give you strength, wisdom, and not to, okay, thank you. The way he's showing me is like not to bury yourself in the sand, which means that when he's showing me like this, it means that, did you used to go to the beach with him maybe? But when you take things too heavy on your soul, and that the practical application of wisdom, this is the way he's saying, it's like his energy is saying this, I'm translating it to what I feel the meaning is, because it's like a feeling he's giving me. So it's like the practical application of the wisdom that you have learned. It's like you need to just implement it rather than, it's like you tend to go too emotional, or I don't know, I feel like you have guilt about something. He's like, no, you don't need to. You don't need, your grandfather's like, you don't need to have any guilt about anything. Continue watering your flowers, which means you are the flowers. You are the flowers, your heart, the joy, water. Continue to water that, but not with your tears, but with the fresh water from the universe coming down, cleansing you. That's the message from him. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you want to take a little break? How are you feeling?
I'm going to lean back a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to read a couple things. So Aqua Sunny, Lady O, thank you for your suggestions in our rebirth talk. I've checked Dr. Berg and Dr. Hyman. That was very much new stuff there for me and super helpful. And yeah. So just for those of you who are new and don't know, my medical gurus online, and I guess you would probably say the same, is Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G, and Dr. Mark Hyman, because between the both of them, it's literally changed our lives.
Yeah.
We have gotten so healthy and so much better to fight any like sicknesses or illnesses with our immune system is so much stronger, handled a lot of gut issues, handled heartburn issues, handled just being off balance, like very detailed stuff just in our food, everything. And we thought we were educated. These two scientists, metaphysicians, these are medical doctors that are also online.
Dr. Hyman's a medical doctor, and Dr. Berg is a naturopath.
Yes, and they're both and Mark Hyman is also a naturopath.
Oh, he's like
a clinic. He also has a clinic where people and he's anyway. The books, the videos, what you're going to learn from these two doctors is how to properly eat, which affects everything, including your mood, your health, your weight, your cortisol, your stress levels, your everything. And you're going to learn how to be stronger and more calm and more peaceful. And
you know what I like to do? I like to put those videos on because sometimes they're an hour and a half. And I'll be doing stuff, you know, I'll be doing stuff. It's amazing that now when you put a video on and then you're also on your phone at the same time, don't be on your phone when you're watching the show. But, you know, you can do those things, and it's kind of like it helps the information to kind of ease into your system better. I find that. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Okay, I got spirit shout out coming through. Message from the other side coming through. What do you want to say? Yes. Ernie or Ernesto? Ernesto is the name that I need to connect to. Now, this could be the name. When I say a name, it either is the person was on the other side, their name, or they're connected to that person who's still here on Earth with us. And you may know them. That's the name, Ernesto. Yes. Second spirit shout out that's coming through. This date, I'm getting another date. It's like April 13th is the date. April 13th. Sometimes it could be the 14th, but it's within that 24-hour period. Somebody's connected to that. Last but not least, Somebody had a purple car. Wow. And it ain't Prince. Though, imagine if it is. It's like a purple car. Is that connected to you? Let me know. Or a loved one who crossed? Let me know. All right, what do we got?
Well, people are talking about how Dr. Berg was blocked and how sad that is. And yeah, you know, he is getting blocked in some ways just through monetization through YouTube. And it's because...
No, he's still on.
No, yeah, he's not blocked. He's not being monetized, or he's not actually being recommended to the front page.
He's not coming on the algorithms.
He's not in the algorithms.
You got to search for him.
Got to search for him. You know, his products are amazing. His information is amazing.
Yep.
And so we just support him anyway by just watching his videos and just hopefully that does
support
something.
him. He's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Shannon Ramey said her son's birthday is April 15th. So
there's your message from
tonight,
Scott.
Girl.
There's your message from Scott. He's looking after his grandson and saying happy birthday.
Okay, so here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going to spell it for you.
Yeah.
ROHIINIIG.
It's Rohini.
So hi, Riz and Lady O.
Hi.
Lovely connecting every Sunday. Please, can you let me know the name of my spirit guides and if they have any messages for me?
Yes. Hopefully you can spell this name. It's amazing how sometimes it just comes through like that. You know, even after all these years, I get it before the person even finishes the question. So your spirit guide comes in the form, Rohini, of a wind, a breeze. Now, of course, there's wind and breezes all the time. That's fine. This is what we call elemental spirits. So some spirit guides are in the form of a male or a female. Some spirit guides come in the form of an animal. And some spirit guides come in the form of an elemental, which means an element. So I see them as very bright fire, or I may see them as very like starlight, very cosmic, etheric energy, or water energy. But yours is coming like air, like wind, and the name is Shenandoah. Shenandoah. How do you spell Shenandoah? SHEN, Shenandoah. Shenandoah. I'm the Indian kid on the spelling bee that always wins every year. Do you know there was a spelling bee movie where the kid, I don't know why Indians are rocking the spelling bees, but anyway, they are. And the kid spelled the word that threw him out of that made him lose the competition was Darjeeling. Darjeeling is in India.
Oh God!
This kid is raised in he's American, right? And his father, who's like from India, who trained him like 8 hours a day. It's in like the Netflix documentary. Find the documentary about the spelling bee that came out maybe, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. So his father like trains him with a dictionary to spell every single word, know the origins and all of that. The kid has aced every competition, and then he goes to the global, like the international spelling bee, the champ of the world, and the word he flunks out on is Darjeeling.
Can you believe that?
That's like a Jewish kid not being able to spell Hanukkah. Okay, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I don't know how to spell Hanukkah. Or like, you know, like, imagine something from your culture, you don't know how to spell it, and the father trained him in every single thing except like his own ancestral culture. So talk about karma, or as you say in India, karma. Imagine that. So now I'm that kid. Maybe I spelled Shenandoah. Anyway, that's your guide. So I was saying, let me continue. When you feel a breeze come when it's not windy, or you're like, where did that breeze come? You might even be indoors, and you feel a little bit of a wind somehow brush past you. Or you're outside and it's a normal day and suddenly a wind comes out of nowhere. That's your guide getting your attention. So the name is Shenandoah. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of things happening while you were talking.
Any confirmations?
Yes.
Where's
now,
Erica?
Did you
is Erica
say,
back, by the way?
Yeah, but it's kind of, I mean, she could jump in
hey,
now.
Hey, are you here?
She is. She's just finishing up. She can jump back in. However,
yes.
She would have to get into the roll of things. So I
was going to ask her to get me a water. Okay.
Let me text her.
You're texting her. This is awesome. We can text someone who's in. Erica's.
All right. So
Taking care of something
did
right
you
now.
say
Yeah.
Ernesto?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Hippie Love, whose name is,
Yes.
she just said it. Hold on. I got it. Yasmin.
Yes.
Okay. She said her Ernesto passed. It's her cousin whose wife Trini came through last week. Well, we're just getting a
What
party
is our
started
soul
now.
connection, Hippie Love? What is our soul connection? Can you just tell us what is our soul connection? What is us up with
Oh, my
us
God.
and you?
Right?
Okay. That is crazy. Well, he's saying hello. All is well. Just another thing to rock your world and give some love. Let them all know. E, is that you? Would you mind getting me a water
That's
with
why I
a
texted
little?
her.
Oh, you did? Oh, you texted her and she get. They could have said she psychically picked up on it that I needed some water and she came into the room to bring me some. Should I give you my glass? Oh, you got me another glass? Thank you. I'm so thirsty. Trade. Thank you. All right. Could you put some electrolyte powder in here?
Oh, I did. I'll add some more.
Thank you.
Use your flashlight on your phone to make sure
Yeah,
you get the
because
right one.
if
It's
that's gonna be really funny. That's gonna be real funny.
Use your phone camera.
it is.
Or light.
It says electrolyte.
Okay, so let's see who's the next one.
Okay, so another confirmation. I just want to.
Oh, confirmations.
I didn't write it down, so let's just make sure. So, did you say something about purple car?
Yes, I did.
So, several people have purple car stuff
What?
going on.
Several people have purple cars who are watching this broadcast.
Yes.
What kind of coincidences are that? It's not like 18,000 people are watching.
Okay, so Tanya CT says purple show truck lowered. Her mom passed, had one. She's one person. And then another person, Kim said,
Could you mix that up?
purple car Chantel. And I'm trying to see.
We got to go real slow here. You're going really fast for me. So I need to go piece by piece and don't rush through it because then the information starts to, kind of, it goes as energy for me. So you go from one sentence to another and then it'll go somewhere else.
Said one. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the second one.
Okay. I'll see which one of you this is for because I'm really shocked that more than one person has a purple car. Let's see if third time's a charm.
Okay.
Thank you. Could I do me a favor? E?
Yes.
Could you make me a new one?
Sure.
I don't know what is in there, but that's not
Oh, I know.
right.
Yeah, just do it right in front of him so he can see
Yeah,
you
it's like
doing
maybe
it.
dump that and do a new one.
Yeah, and then do
Just
the
one scoop.
entire process in front of him so he can watch you closely.
Okay.
Because we need all of the sensitivities.
Yeah, I
got
gotta
to
have all my
handled.
minerals.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Riz is very, very sensitive to everything because he's
Yeah,
such
it's
a
crazy. You know,
sensitive
one of the
channel.
things is that when you're a channel, guys, and you guys who are studying, sometimes your sensitivity is so strong that even like when I asked Erica to bring me some water, it's literally like I'm at a pit stop on a racetrack. So I have to, when you pull into the pit stop, like they
Do it
have
over
to put the
here.
right oil and the right things in it. And when I'm in the channeling space, it's almost like every sensitivity is
and have him watch you.
is
do it.
enhanced is like 1,000 times. That's why names come through and very specific
the
things
little-
come through. Can you imagine how deep the sensitivity has to be? So
'Kay,
sometimes
Riz.
when I'm in that mood, thank
Pause
you.
and watch and
Thank
make
you.
sure it's the amount.
Cool, thank you. That's good. So
Just one or two?
just one is good. Thanks. Just do the mixer for it. So sometimes when I drink something or I eat something or someone touches me while I'm channeling, and she even knows, like even after channeling, I need space to it's almost like coming back into the body. Thank you. You can use the mixer with it. Thank you. Yeah.
You did.
I did.
The electric one?
Oh no, you have to use the electric.
Yeah,
one,
when you use the spoon, look
Yeah.
at this, all this stuff. Look all the stuff that I'm talking about in front on the camera on YouTube Live because
So it's really good everybody's watching this. They need
Yeah.
to understand.
Yeah,
so this
actually,
is our
it's good.
daily life.
Yeah.
Our daily life. Riz is very, very, very sensitive and very,
Yeah.
very specific about his environment, everything in it. and everything that happens
Well,
to
as you-
him,
as you-
because
yeah.
to be a clear channel,
Yes.
he has to be completely aligned with his truth.
Yes.
If something bothers him and he gets upset
Yes.
or hurt or mad, it blocks him, and he's a sensitive Leo, so you can imagine. Now, us living with him, I mean, Erica and I mean, Erica's with us all the time, and we are diehard, us
Right.
two girls, because we have to be like pillars of cement to handle all of it, because we can't let anything bother us.
All right, let me talk about it. Let me.
Yeah, you
continue.
guys
I think
will
they get the
understand.
picture. So let me say something.
Okay, let me find that other purple car.
Let's get back to the purple cars.
Well, go ahead and finish explaining what you wanted to, and I'm going to talk.
What I wanted to
look
say
for
with
the
you
purple
guys who
car.
are studying, who want to increase your sensitivity. Remember, notice I said sensitivity. When I say psychic senses, it means sensitivity. Senses mean sensitivity. But see, that what happens is that, but then you become more sensitive almost to everything. So you go through this period where you can't even leave the house. You go through this period where you drive people crazy with what you can or can't eat, or how something is situated. Like the candle's here, no, it has to be here. And then you go, well, how do you deal with a person like that? If you live alone, you don't have to worry about that. But if you live with people, you have to really explain, and they have to somehow figure out. Luckily, because of what I do and the accuracy of what I do, then people start to understand, oh, okay, to do that, what does that require? It's almost like if you have, there are families who grow up with an ice skater in the house, and they kind of have to rally around
It's
the
like
person.
that.
That's the ice skater.
Yes.
And then you try to make it easier by, you just try to make it easier on people, but sometimes you can't, because it's almost like I said earlier, if you're in it's funny, there's a second NASCAR reference today. I wonder why. Earlier, somebody else had a message about NASCAR. When those cars pull into the pit stop, everything has to be just right. The tires have to go on really right. Everything. So for me, when this became my livelihood and became such a big thing, like going all over the world and being booked for a year in advance and all of those things, you have to, now that you're a psychic medium, you started off with the readings, and then it becomes so big, you have to understand that if your message is for the world, and for me as a psychic medium, my message is for the world, so I am doing it on the world stage. And then I have friends who are mediums, that's not what they want. That's just not their thing. But it is my thing. It's the part of me that wants to be with the people and bring the message in a big way. Well, then now you have to start training differently. That's why I talk to people when they say to me, I want to learn how to be like what you're doing. I go, well, let's talk about how the gift or the ability needs to be taken care of in relation to what you want to do with it. Because someone says, I want to work out and I just want to be healthier, you're going to train them one way. But then if somebody says, I want to be a champion bodybuilder, the whole life has to change, right? So it's something like that. Now, the purple car, are we ready to talk about that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
what's interesting is we do have two legitimate people here. So we have Tanya, CT, purple show truck, lowered. Her mom, who's passed,
Why are
had
you saying
one.
lowered? Why do you keep saying
Because
that?
there's show trucks that are lowered. They're like those ones that go like this, like boom, boom.
I thought you were actually telling me that they lowered her in the grave into a purple truck.
Oh my God.
You say lowered to a medium, and that's what we think.
Oh my God.
Okay, go on.
This is car night tonight.
So who had this? Is the mother had
so
it?
let me finish. So there's two.
Stick to the first one again.
So Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
her mom passed, who had a lowered car. She used to airbrush designs and graphics on the side.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chantel, her daughter Kim, has a purple car. I'm asking her if her daughter's with us, and I'm still waiting to hear back.
It has to be. So Tanya said her mother has passed, correct?
Yes.
Then it's for you, because
Okay.
it's about someone who's passed who's talking about this purple car.
Yes.
Now, is this the same Tanya again as before? That Tanya
Yes.
who woke up feeling very zen?
Yes,
Well,
Tanya's in the
it
house
is-
tonight.
It is. You are just hitting the
It's
jackpot today,
and
Tanya.
Shannon's night tonight. Oh, remember
Tanya,
a long
what's-
time ago we had it was Amy's night, then we had like Buckshot's night. It was messages coming in left and right. Sometimes you never know who's going to be in the
Tanya,
hot
what
seat.
city are you in right now? I'd like to know. Let's wait for her answer. Let's touch the rose.
She says yes.
Guess what? She hasn't gotten my second question.
Oh, okay. Maybe she's just saying
All right,
yes.
I'm touching
Just
the
say
rose
yes.
quartz pyramid to send you guys pyramid power right now. I love this rose quartz pyramid. This was given as a gift to us by a couple that we married in our own backyard. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a long time ago. Okay, did she answer?
While we're waiting for that answer, Shannon had a confirmation on the message you gave for her. I just want to double check. Yeah, I'm going to read it right now. Okay, my son, my only child, and my dad.
Yes.
Scott's only grandchild. This is huge because my step monster falsified his will, disinheriting me, and zero mention of his grandson. I'm currently contesting the will. So that has something to do with the message you gave her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So while we're waiting for Purple Car, so
Yes.
she says, she has slow internet also. She said Northern Ontario, Canada.
Wow. Okay.
So that's Tanya C.E. and
My
that
dad lived
is-
in Toronto for a while, and no, he lived in Brampton. Is that near you? Good Indian food over there. Good, a lot of food over there. Toronto's an amazing city. Reminds me like of a mini New York. So multicultural, and it's a lot to it. Okay. So anyway, the message about the purple car is that she's doing great. She's sending her love, but she knew you would know because of that specific reference. Okay. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, I'm just scrolling back. Okay, we already did Justin. And okay, Donna Thornell. First timer, very patient. If she's still here, hope she's still here. Would love to hear from her father, Ronald Crody, died in 1972.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first time. Would love
What's her
to
name?
have- her name is Donna.
Donna. Hi, Donna. And where's she shouting out from?
I don't know.
And Donna, this is her dad who passed in 72. And his first name is what?
And his first name is Ronald.
Don and Ron.
Don and Ron.
Yeah, give me a moment. Is there somebody's birthday or something very close to Christmas with you? I'm also curious, did your dad sit in a recliner? Do you remember this thing called Lazy Boys?
Yeah,
You do?
of course.
Do they still exist?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Curious also, did somebody work in a big department store connected to you, Donna? Also, there's a couple of different quote-unquote random things. Do you know where did he used to get his beard or the barbershop that he went to? Or did you do that for him? Like, did you groom him in some way? He's just like, there's a lot of thank yous going on. Also, he's referring to somebody who worked in the school system. This is like a teacher or a principal or somebody who worked in the school system. That's their job, Donna. Also, do you have a sinus issue or a bronchitis issue? Or is that him? He's very active. By the way, I feel that he has visited you several times. This is not like the way he's coming through, it's not like someone has not come through since 1972. It's like he has consistently been around. And is there a Trisha connected to you? Or Patricia or Patty? Let me know. I know I gave you a lot there, Donna, but
We'll try to get to as many
his
of the
energy
return-
is very it's not like.
Well, because of the timer, we'll try our best to get to all of the responses.
We will. Okay.
Okay, next one. So Adelie's been very patient. She had a super chat. Been seeing and feeling angels more and wondering if they have messages for me.
Allie,
Been struggling with stomach issues over a year now. Any insight?
stomach issues. Let's talk about first the spiritual meaning behind stomach issues. Look, if you read any channeled information on how the spiritual component of when we feel dis-ease, meaning dis-ease in a particular area. I don't like to say the word disease, but dis-ease, where something is giving you trouble. Stomach has to do with what you can't stomach, or what you can't digest, or what's not sitting well with you, and you've held it there. It also rules Virgo, by the way, and we're full moon in Virgo. Virgos usually have, that's where they process their energy, is digestion and stomach. So standard things, start following the great Dr. Hyman, Dr. Berg, and watch those videos on getting your digestion straight. If it's stomach, things like ulcers, there's great treatments with fresh cabbage juice. People take a shot of that every morning for 30 days and watch it heal ulcers. You have to get your microbiome straight. You have to do colon hydrotherapy and all of that. That's really start working with your digestion. And as far as the spiritual component goes, you have to say that I bow and I accept the magic that is inherent in all the situations presented to me, past, present, and future, and that there is great God, magic energy, source energy that is there through all these experiences, and it's not about having to swallow something or digest something you don't want to, or that something turns your stomach. See, these are the terms that we use because even in our normal colloquial expressions that we have in language, we're constantly referring to this underlying deep spiritual belief about how our emotions are connected to our bodies. When people go, it's a pain in the neck. Someone is a pain in the neck. Well, when you have a pain in your neck, it means you can't really turn left or right, which means lack of flexibility of hearing others.
Can I just jump in and offer,
of course,
even though it's an older book, I still really love it. Heal Your Body by Louise Hay.
You can heal your life. Yeah.
I know you guys, I mean, those of you who follow along in the journey, you guys know this staple. And for those of you new to it, Erica's back.
It's called You Can Heal Your Life.
You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And I mean, that was my introduction to how the body-mind connection works, even though Phineas Quimby is the godfather of modern day, anyway, philosophies also
the new thought movement.
Yeah, the new thought movement to understand the body-mind connection. But that's a quick, fast, it's a great book. You can just look up your symptoms and it shows you your belief system or the conversations you're having internally. So to back up what you're saying, it's a really great book to like keep going.
So the angel name is Uriel, Uriel. Just got it.
Yeah, so they're saying they love that book. Okay, so there's a couple more I want to get to.
Sure.
So I cannot even try to begin to pronounce this without chopping it up. So I'm just going to spell it out. Ravikant.
Ravikant, okay.
Last name Karan.
Karan.
And then in parentheses, Dilly. Hello, Riz.
It's from Dilly.
Hello, Riz and Lady O from India. I'm here to do your readings.
Thank you.
May I get a message from my grandfather, Ram Karan, who passed on the 15th of September, 2019.
Ram Karan, okay.
My name is Ravi Kant.
Ravikant.
And maybe, because people don't know you speak Hindi, can you do a couple phrases in Hindi while you're talking, just here and there, drop it in? I think it would be so fun, and I love it when he speaks Hindi. So.
Yeah, तो ये मैसेज हमारे भाई के लिए जो दिल्ली में रहते हैं, तो बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप हमारा शो देख रहे हैं इस वक्त. So what I said was thank you to our brother in Delhi who's watching our show, and so I'm tuning in. Thank you. So he said this is his grandfather?
Yes, so he says... from my grandfather.
Who passed?
Ram Karan, who passed on the 15th of September, 2019.
Thank you. Give me a moment. He knows how much you respected him. He's kind of patting you on the head and on the shoulder. Okay. There's a reference to the month of May. You said September, but who's the month of May birthday or anniversary in May that's connected to you? Also, Ravi, are you growing your beard? Do you have facial hair? Because I'm sitting here and I can feel your grandfather going like this, like he's going like this to me, and it's like you have something like that. Are you changing your style or something? Or did you have this? He likes your face. Do you look like him? There's someone here he's talking about who has diabetes in this family. Do you know who's got that issue? Also, thank you. Another message coming through for you. He wants you to make sure that you are being very good with your diet, how you eat. Meaning, and I know that in India, people have a tendency to eat late at night. In the West, we eat dinner at 6 o'clock. In India, it could be 9 o'clock. He's like, for you, you have to eat earlier. You have to eat earlier. Don't eat late dinners. Like he wants to make sure that you keep your health in order. Also, you know, this is interesting. I was wondering, I know you said you were in Delhi, but did he grow up somewhere else outside of Delhi? Not in Delhi, but somewhere else? Let me know. I know it's probably morning in India right now. Okay. Thank you for watching.
So we're going to just take a few more. There's a couple super chats that came in. We're getting close to the end of the hour.
Sure.
But so we're going to wrap it up.
Let me know. I wonder
pretty
if
soon,
Donna said anything about the questions that I asked.
Yes, I'm waiting for some confirmations on those to come in.
Okay.
I would like to. There is one confirmation. Tanya said, "Thanks for the messages. I was talking with my cousin-in-law earlier, whose profile is Raiden, who has followed you for a while, and he just told me about your show tonight. Also, episode 22, my favorite, no coincidence, and it was really her night tonight, so she got really lucky." So Alana Kim, welcome back. Hey guys, I just wanted to know the differences between spirit guides, gatekeepers versus ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Are my spirit guides the same as my family ancestors or gatekeepers who I work with? Would like to know what energies I'm working with in the spiritual realm. She sounds like she's trying to organize her playing field right now.
Very well put.
Yes.
Let's be very clear, and we can just go right through this. Your spirit guides are not your family members. Your family members are those whom you travel through different lifetimes with. Many times you exchange roles. Sometimes you're the mom, sometimes you're the dad, the brother, the sister. You all change roles up. Why? Because there are greater spiritual truths for all of you to discover together through dynamic, contrasting relationships. Okay? Now, your spirit guides have been with you through many lifetimes, but they are not the blood relatives. Okay? They are teachers. They are not necessarily, if you were to see them, not necessarily from a culture that is what you identify with, because remember something, we all have been different cultures. So I'm Indian skin this time, but I could have looked like Oriah last lifetime. I could have looked like you last time, and we all could have switched. In fact, we did. So your spirit has no ethnicity. Sorry to tell some of you. Actually, I'm not sorry to tell you. I want to enlighten you. Spirits don't have an ethnicity. You have an ethnicity while you're on Earth. Now, if a spirit appears to you and you go, but I clearly saw that they had an ethnicity, they appeared that way for your benefit. They are made of light energy. They can take any form, and they take the form that is going to have some significance or point of reference for you visually. So when you say ancestors, you have ancestors from when you looked like me, and you have ancestors from when you looked like O, and you have ancestors from when you looked like some other race. You don't have just ancestors from this genetic lifetime. You have spiritual DNA. That means your grandmother from when maybe you were Chinese. What about your cousin from when maybe you were in Peru? What about your brother when maybe you were Lithuanian? Yes. Now, gatekeepers are the bouncer at the door of the club. They're the ones who checks IDs and make sure that any spirit who wants to communicate with you, if you're doing channeling work or psychic work, are legit spirit guide teachers, not just spirits who hang around in the spirit world, which they do. There's spirits kind of everywhere. So that's what a gatekeeper is. Gatekeepers are the ones who are in charge of this. They are keeping your gate. They are also with you throughout your lifetime. Gatekeepers, once in a while I've seen gatekeepers shift. Like you have a temporary gatekeeper who comes along sometimes when you're first starting to get messages, and then they move on. I don't see gatekeepers all the time for people who don't give messages.
I've noticed that.
Gatekeepers are mostly for those people who give messages. Now, then you have main spirit guides working with you. So family members, they do send you love and do kind of help nudge you some places, but that is not their job. They're doing a bunch of other stuff on the other side that doesn't have anything to do with you. Spirit guides are assigned to you. One of the good movies that I think has it about 75% right that we love is called The Adjustment Bureau. It's with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt, which kind of references the world of spirit guides. I highly recommend it. It's very entertaining, and they're a good deal. I would say, 60 to 75%, that's how it works. So watch that. And as far as who the guides are that are working with you, let me just finish up that statement after I clarified those definitions for you. Interestingly enough, I see. So there was a boxer back in the day. I'm trying to get his name here. They named a fish after this boxer. Do you know that? They're showing me the fish. Yeah, there was a boxer that they named a fish after. Like a fish that you put in your aquarium. I can't get the name, but they're showing me that reference. Google that. What is the fish that is named after a boxer? Well, you go, why is a boxer my spirit guide? I was hoping for like one of the ancestors that are... Well, I'm going to tell you why. Right now, the message is perseverance, fancy footwork, and knowing how to dodge things, how to bounce, how to move, how to weave. So you don't have to fight. You know, when you know how to dodge and weave and navigate. And some boxers are very, very... Jack Dempsey is the name. Thank you. He just finally said it. Jack Dempsey is one of your guides. See, it can surprise you. I can feel your surprise right now. It's very surprising for people sometimes when they find out who one of their guides is, especially if it's a famous person that lived in our relatively recent past, because they're like, I'm not into boxing. I'm not into... Yeah, you don't have to be. They know some things about navigation through life that they're there to teach you. So he's one of your guides.
Oh.
Yes.
Thanks, Bach Rocks. Jack Dempsey, Cichids. Okay, right here. This is like a Latin name right here for the name of the fish, are an aggressive aquarium fish named after the heavyweight boxer Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, that's what I said, Jack Dempsey.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so I am going to... I just wanted to say I was about to go to Monica next.
Yeah.
And I was about to give her a message that she asked, but she waited so long.
Okay.
And she couldn't wait any longer. Oh, she's here. Back. I was going to say back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
It's getting late over here, guys.
Dead air.
Okay, so Monica would like to know who her spirit guides are, who's working with her.
Yes.
And then after her, we just have one last super chat, and then we are finis.
Okay.
And that would be from Anhata. So let's talk to Monica right now first.
To Monica. Hi, Monica. All right. What is the question?
She just wants to know who her spirit guides are, who's working with her right now.
Let me tune in. Give me a moment. Monica. Who's here? Who wants to take her? Oh, that's cool. Huh. I actually have 3 different guides that are stepping forward. They're all together. Interesting. So they look very I want to use the word Hawaiian, but islander. You know, they may not be like from Hawaii in terms of what they are appearing to me as, but it is, if you could imagine that look. And it's 2 men and 1 woman. I'm asking, what would you like us to call you? The 3 leaves. The 3 leaves is how they refer to themselves. So, yes. So they are coming. The woman, by the way, is a medicine woman. And she's working to help you on how to educate yourself further or to move ahead professionally. So, okay. She's also here to heal the wounds of mother, heal the wounds around mother. She's placing her hand on your belly to kind of heal the umbilical cord connection. You know, we're connected physically through an umbilical cord, but even after they snip that, you might say there's a cord of energy, a golden cord, spiritual cord that connects us from that chakra to our mother's karma, you might say. So she's there to help you with that. So imagine them, very loving, very big physically, wearing all like kind of grass skirts and wearing the traditional garb of those people. Maybe you were there or you're going to go to that part of the world, to those Pacific Islander nations. I mean, if you went there, you picked them up there. They came home with you. Yeah, they're the ones working with you. Put some things in your house that are from the sea, like a conch shell would be good. And anything that represents ocean to you. It'll lift the energy of your space. Okay, one last one.
Well, we're just going off on how much we love your pink shirt. We keep talking about it.
Thank you.
First of all, we realized, somebody pointed out to us that I'm wearing blue and you're wearing pink, so we switched the actual gender colors up, so to speak.
The yin and the yang.
And I know this is a light lavender, but it's coming across as like light pink.
It's coming across as pink. It's very lavender,
but it's
guys,
really cool,
in person.
and I'm loving it so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really loving it. Okay, so this is our last question from Anhata on fire. Super chat. Any message?
What does on fire mean?
That's just her profile.
How do you spell that first word?
Anhata.
Anhata. Okay.
All right. Any message from my father, Stephen Burns, a.k.a. Satvir Singh.
Satvir Singh.
Passed in 1972, weeks before I was born, in the Redwoods, North California coast.
Yeah, he's with his guru. And he's nice and fat now. He just said, I'm nice and fat now. Do you sing? Do you actually play music, or do you chant, or do you play some instrument? Do you write songs?
She says her name is it's a Sanskrit name from Anahata.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Indian. I don't know every single Sanskrit name, but yes. Beautiful. Okay. By the way, it's all about the trees. Like you said, the redwoods. Yeah, it's still all about the trees. But I have to tell you something. Yes, I see him. I do see the environment. I see the guru and the love and all of that he's around. But I have to tell you, he's so rock and roll. His spirit is kind of like me. Like, you know, I'm both of those things. But it's like he is that. Do you have Polaroid pictures of him? Wow, a Polaroid. Do they still make those cameras?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the name...
She does sing and writes poetry.
Oh, beautiful. Well, he loves it. He loves it. Also, this name Jerry, he's mentioning this name Jerry. Do you know who he's referring to? I want to wait for that response. Let's see if she responds.
Okay.
Full of massive, massive love and joy.
Well, you know...
Big heart around the month of August and October. These are meaningful here. Thank you. Hey guys, while we're waiting for that, before we sign off, I wanted to tell you guys about some cool stuff coming up. We're doing an alien retreat in Joshua Tree, California. Joshua Tree. Not just the U2 album.
I thought we just filled that last spot.
Wait, we did? It's gone.
It's closed.
It's gone as we speak. Look at that. It's like, okay, all right. Well, then I can talk about.
So
but
sorry.
Egypt has the last.
August is her birthday.
August is your birthday. There you go. He's sending love.
Isn't that bell so much better?
I like it. It's a real Santa
That's
bell.
the original bell that we had on Christmas. That's why.
It's a nice bright bell. Egypt, we're having a retreat coming to Egypt. Hey, maybe you want to come with us. The person I'm giving the message to now, we take people into the deep mysteries of.
She said he was a dancer.
He was a dancer. An esoteric wisdom of ancient Egypt. And we're going in December. We go every year. And this is going to be an incredible. It's one of the last Egypt retreats we're leading after so many years. So you don't want to miss this. It's a whole week with us as we lead you into the adventures of Cairo, Luxor, and Aswan. If you want information about this sacred, mystical, enchanted Egypt retreat, drop us a note right now, because we're doing this just for people who are watching this broadcast. If you are joining this broadcast, we're offering, and I think the discount is like $250 off the price. So
but
if you
then
are,
they have to say the magic word to Erica.
what's the magic word?
Bell.
Okay.
What?
They have to say bell.
Okay, bell is the magic word.
That's how.
And
we
if
know
you want info
watch the
on
show.
that and you're interested in coming out with us to Egypt, we have just a few spots left. This is going to go really fast because actually we have more than enough people who want to go now.
Yeah.
But because this is one of the last 2 Egypt retreats, we want to make this group really special, especially with the kindred spirits that we meet here. So if you're interested and you really are serious about coming, it's the first week of December. Drop Erica a note. Okay.
I do want to say.
Sorry, I have to give you a confirmation.
Confirmation.
You were talking about Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
And you were talking to Anhata.
Yes.
She's the person who actually got the last spot.
Anna.
That's crazy.
Do you know what's crazy? I don't know I don't know everyone that's coming on the retreat. So I'm speaking to you, Anahata, and you're the last. You're the person who took the last. And I started announcing Joshua, and you took the last spot. So
That's
how
crazy.
awesome! I guess
and
you're.
you picked up psychically probably that she. Took
Yeah,
this.
because I don't know why I say things.
Okay,
You know that.
before we go, I always like to do something different, and I want to ask you guys this question.
Yes.
So every year, Riz and I, for 10 years or off and on, we have taken groups to India.
Yes.
It's one of our favorite retreats, of course. And we go to different places. So we go to Delhi, we go to the Taj Mahal.
Yes.
We go to Dharamsala. We go
That's in the Himalayas.
We either go for Holi or we go for
Diwali.
Diwali. And we also go to we've been to Varanasi and all these other places that we go.
Yep.
And it is 100% the most life-changing retreat I have ever been on.
There's nothing like
Anyone has
India.
ever been
There's
on.
nothing like
I've taken
India.
all my kids many times. And my heart just like bursts open every time I talk about India, how much I love India. And so our last retreat to India, I think, was last year.
Yeah, it was last spring. We went for Holi. We went for Holi.
Went for Holi. And then there was some issues with the air quality. And so we did not put our normal India retreat together for this year.
Yeah.
And we've been watching the air quality, and it's starting to get better.
A little bit better.
And there's certain times of the year that you can go that it is better.
Yes.
And we have been feeling it again, and we've been missing it. I mean, it's in our blood. We can't, I mean, it's definitely in your blood, but it's like.
Oh, you had a past life in India for sure. We went to the Golden Temple in India.
You guys don't understand.
And they
Like, I really
surrounded
wanted to
you.
move there.
Like the women there took
Yeah.
you in because
I
they
put a
saw
picture
you
on
as
the
that.
community tab of that moment.
Oh, yeah. You
I
should see
sent
that picture.
The temples, the food,
Yes.
the environment. I can't explain it. I can't describe it. It is something that's in the soil. It's in the earth. It's in the ground. It's in the people. It's everything.
Yeah.
And it is the mother lode.
So-
It's the mother country.
Well, if you guys are interested, we're going to see if people are interested in going.
Because we haven't set any days. We haven't made any plans, hard and fast plans, but we're getting that call. And when we start to get that call, it starts
Yeah.
building.
Well, it would be for
So
spring of next year.
It would.
But these
So-
India, every time we announce India, it
It
sells
goes
out within
so
like a month.
fast,
So
like it
let's
goes
do
really fast.
We're going to
But
put
I
a
just
soft
wanted to do
feelers out there.
A little feel out
Yeah.
there to anybody. If you guys
Any
are
last
interested.
minute confirmations before we sign off?
Let's see. No, because I told everybody I'm not
Okay.
giving any more information.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys. Oh my God. You are such a blessing. And
Yeah.
the fact that everybody stuck it out to the end with no readings, you just wanted to hang out with us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And we really appreciate you guys coming from all over the world and different hours and time zones and 4 a.m. and all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
temperatures out there and situations you guys are in. And we're all here together in this cozy spot. So thank you so much. And we can't wait to see you for next Sunday.
Have a great week ahead,
Namaste.
guys.